shining down. Oh Lord, what can it be? You got the gift of your morale, but you know ain't nothing's free. Red skies burning bright, it's another dark day's night. Just a prayer to bloody sacrament of everything alright. Well, anything is possible if you got the means. You just call your friend who lives within for everything he brings. And what you want is a pick-me-up. Well, I got just what you need. You just take this gift, that tit for tat. But you know ain't nothing free. 'Cause the day I saw the grave, I just knew I'd misbehave. Going out there every night, drinking whiskey, shooting dice, thinking nothing but myself, thinking nothing about my health. Crazy women all the way. I could do this every day. I would all to you. Shake it, baby. Shake it, baby. I would all to you. Shake it, baby. Shake it, baby. Well, the nights are growing longer now when I lift your name on high, burning every wick from end to end, but never question why. And I've lost the hope, I lost the feeling, I lost the times of days gone by. When you're dancing with the devil, it's so easy, you don't have to try. 'Cause the day I saw the grave, I just knew.
Holy shit, folks. Good afternoon. I missed a lot. I also just realized that I don't know if this is actually showing a Twitch chat. Hey, Chris. 1 second, let me pull up Streamlabs, because I guess it just does not want to show my chat box anymore. That's... Oh! Okay, never mind. Alright. Figured I'd pick a fitting song for all the shit that's going on in the background. Currently it's The Grave by Rusty Cage. Hey, Mr. Incuriosity, Cutie Pie Ichi, Ollie, Chris Ray, Becca, Professional Tommy Wiseau impersonator, Sydney, Blondie Boy. We are in for a few things. And I'm going to turn this down. Okay. So... I was it has been a while. I was waiting and waiting and waiting because I was wanting to talk about this all week. If anybody knows what's been going on, really quick, I'm gonna tweet this out actually. My neighbors are laughing about something. That's great. Okay, there we go. I really wish I had someone that would auto-tweet for me. Okay. Yep, Onision is... Well, actually, he's not on the run, but we'll talk about that. By the way, this is from someone in Deadwing Dorks Discord. His name is Werecat. I'll actually tweet this out at the end of the day and see if I can give him credit if he's got a Twitter account. But, where do I begin? It was a whole shit show, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about one important part of this. And I don't want to do it, but I will have to talk about Mike and Ader's response to this because I feel like it's also kind of it's not a good opinion from what I've seen. Let me just here we go. So. Now, previously I did talk about Chris Hansen and Mike Morse. Not Mike Morse. Mike and Nader did make a response to Chris Hansen going on location, and if I'm being honest, it's a really dumb take. I got upset at Mike and Nader for the video he did last time, which I feel like I was still very accurate. I was really harsh, but I was accurate. I didn't want to go harsh on him. I felt bad. But I was still, I believe, correct on my opinion of it, that it was a dumb video to make. Like, I'm still of that belief, you know? And the title of his newest video, and from what people described to me, I kind of have to talk about it, you know? I kind of have to. But about 3-4 days ago, this whole thing hit on my newsfeed. Everyone was talking about, holy shit, there's an Onision 911 call. And then, holy shit, Chris Hansen is at Onision's house. And then I got a triple oh shit moment when everything started to leak and everything was being talked about. It's been a compound fracture of oh shit moments. So we're gonna talk. We're actually gonna play the. If I'd had this pulled up from the beginning, I would have. I'm still eventually gonna talk because I did speak with the gentleman Westmost who he's had prior events with Vincent, and I'm planning on speaking with a one user Yap Yap, who also had some problems with being essentially doxxed. I'm going to talk about that more in a future stream. But this has just been such a clusterfuck that I kind of have to cover it in this order and talk about it. I was going to do an edited video, but a live stream is more entertaining. So this is Onision calling 911 on Chris Hansen. This is one of the most embarrassing... no, we just started, actually. I had to get a drink, so I had an intro song playing. But yeah, this is the most embarrassing 911 call I've ever heard. Oh, take it easy, Bruno. Sorry about that. I had some family over. Anyways, we're gonna play it out. We're gonna play it now, and we're gonna go into it.
911, what are you reporting?
Hi, there's a person who's been stalking me online, and they just showed up to my house.
Okay, and they're outside now?
Yes, they're knocking on my door.
Okay. And do you know if they have any weapons?
They have a bunch of camera people, like they're YouTube stalkers.
Okay. But no weapons seen?
I didn't see any weapons. I just saw
Okay.
6 guys in my driveway, and one of them is knocking on my door.
And the one that's knocking on your door, is he the main one that you said has been stalking you?
Yes, he's a stalker. He's yelling things at me through the door right now.
Okay, and do we know his name at all?
It's Chris Hansen.
Imagine, right, of all things, saying that it's Chris Hansen. Oh, God. Chris, no. Amberlyn Reed, hand of a Hunter, fat bastard. I'd honestly rather blow myself away. This doesn't have the second call, because there is a second call. Let me see if I can find that. I know I heard it in a video today. I was really lucky. Work was very slow today, so I was able to relax. I was able to kind of go through things. Out of that, you give me no options on that, Chris. No offense. Fuck. Where is it at? I listen to a lot of music too, so that's kind of my downfall when I'm trying to search for something here. Was it? Okay. Chris, you fucking boomer. Okay, I'm gonna... Yep, that one. I'm gonna complain really quick, Mr. Hansen. I'm sorry. You have 2 videos! I get why you did it. There's a lot of views on these. This one right here is full 911 audio. Also, you're seeing my tabs. Full 911 audio. The one I decided is Onision calls 911 on Chris Hansen. Guess which one shows up in search terms? This one. This one, not as much. Milky's. Milky, warm and tasty. Is that what we're going for? What? I don't know about that one. I think we gotta put the user in timeout. A little spam. Anyways, we'll just go for a full call. Just fuck it.
911, what are you reporting?
Hi. There's a person who's been stalking me online, and they just showed up to my house.
What's your address?
Yeah, that's not annoying.
Yeah.
Okay, and they're outside now?
Yes, they're knocking on my door.
Okay. And do you know if they have any weapons?
They have a bunch of camera people, like they're YouTube stalkers.
Okay. But no
There we
weapons seen?
I didn't see any weapons. I just saw like
Okay.
6 guys in my driveway, and one of them is knocking on
There we
my
go.
door.
Okay, 1 second here.
It's an ego thing.
And the one that's knocking on your door, is he the main one that you said has been stalking
Alright,
you?
Yes, he's a stalker. He's yelling. He's yelling things at me through the
Give it
door
a minute.
now.
Okay, and what do we know his name at all?
It's Chris Hansen.
Okay, Hansen?
Hansen, yeah. Hansen.
And then Chris?
Chris, yeah.
Okay, is he white, black, Asian, Hispanic?
He's white.
Okay, do we know
He's
how old he is?
older. He's like probably 58, 60,
Okay,
something like
how
that.
tall?
Probably 5'10", 5'11".
Okay, then medium or heavy?
Okay, I can give you a quick rundown. So, over the last few months, there's been a lot of interviews Chris Hansen has done with Onision's victims, and eventually, long story short, it's all been culminating in the fact that Chris Hansen actually flew over to Washington, which is across the country, knocked on his door, and pretty much went nuts. It's kind of a shit show. And yes, the Predator Finder. It's been a little crazy. So we'll continue with that.
He's skinnier.
What color hair?
Blondish gray.
Okay, and are you able to see what he's wearing or no?
I think he's wearing a black jacket.
Okay.
I have a security camera.
Uh-huh. Can you see what color pants?
He's wearing a black jacket, black pants. His hair is gray. He's still yelling things at me through the door.
Okay, black jacket, black pants. Can you hear what he's yelling?
No.
Okay.
Oh, he's saying, I want your side of the story, Greg. My name's not even Greg.
Okay. What is your last name?
My name is James Jackson.
Okay. Last of Jackson, first of James is what I heard. Is that correct?
Yeah, he's saying, I just want to talk through the door.
Okay. And what's your date of birth? 5?
Yeah.
Okay, and what is your best callback number?
Yeah.
Okay, do you have any weapons in the home, James?
No, I don't.
Okay. And you said that there's roughly 5 more people there with cameras?
Yes, in the driveway.
Okay. 1 second here.
So yeah, he claims his name's not Greg because he's changed it like a billion times. Didn't Shane Dawson fuck his cat? I don't think he did. I think he was trying to be edgy with that. Also, I saw you said here, what's your opinion on the new Star Wars trilogy? It's there were ideas, but it was all just kind of scattershot. I'll say, and we're going through via the 911 call, which I technically gone through the first one twice because Chris Hansen kind of boomered it a little.
And do you know what he's talking about, like why he was stalking you or anything like that?
Yeah, there's like a... It looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people in the driveway.
Okay.
But he
Yeah, Shane's comedy back then was kind of cringy.
someone that there's an 18 No, I think they're 19. A 19-year-old who I didn't want to hang out with. I didn't want to be around them. They have BPD, and their mental disorder was like really affecting my life in a negative way. And so I said I didn't want them in my life anymore. And they went to this person and said a bunch of mean things about me. And so now this person's trying to like aggressively pursue me in a really hateful way as a result.
Okay, so you said they're from YouTube, though. So is it like a show that they do, or?
It's a live stream. I've already talked to a lawyer about slander and stuff. This guy's really, really hateful towards me.
Okay. And are you able to see what type of vehicle they arrived in?
This is fucking embarrassing.
Street, which is
Okay.
really sketchy.
Okay.
So they're standing out next to my SUV right now.
Okay. We're working on getting units out there as quickly as we can. Just go ahead and keep your doors locked. Do you feel comfortable disconnecting the line until we arrive? And then if anything changes, calling us back?
It should be fine. We're just hiding away from the windows.
Okay. If anything changes before we arrive, please call us back, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
911, what are you reporting?
And now the second call.
Hi, I'm calling back. I reported some people who showed up to my house. They're trespassing and they're online.
What's the address there? Show your call here, sir. Has something changed on scene there?
Just waiting for the police to show up. They're still in my driveway.
Okay, it is still showing here on my screen, and law enforcement has been advised. If anything does change or escalate, call us back, okay?
Are you guys going to show up?
Sir, it has been sent to the officers. They have to drive to you, okay? If
Okay.
something escalates, call us back, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Getting spammed for some reason. That's weird. Anyways, so yeah, he decided to embarrass himself, sound incredibly pathetic, and
it quickly became
that's not what I was wanting to go for. There we go.
clear that Greg was not unfamiliar to the local law enforcement authorities here. They were aware of his YouTube antics, the allegations of inappropriate contact with young women. The other thing that stands out to me is that Greg is about as brave in person as you'd expect. The thing about dealing with a predator is you know exactly what a predator is going to do. He had his chance today to talk to me, to explain his side of the story, to defend himself, but he chose not to do it, not even to continue his dramatic rants that he's been conducting on YouTube. Just wouldn't even come to the door. And I could hear him in the background, you know, calling the sheriff's department. Oh, he's out there with camera crews and this, that, and the other thing. So that's going to be a statement for now, I guess. He knows we are out here. He knows we want to talk to him now and down the road. So we'll see what happens. Mike Morris is with us. Mike, anything, you know, surprise you about all this today?
You know, I'm new to this whole thing,
Right.
and you pretty much called it. I mean, you know, you were right about the hotel. The intel was right. He was at the hotel. He was posting yesterday from the hotel, making it look like it was from the hotel. I think he was home. He got here, I think, days ago because nobody in the hotel saw him. This morning when we've been waiting, you thought he was in the house. I didn't. He was in the house. So all the hunches, you know, from all your years of doing this have turned out to be true. The fact that there's several people in the house right now.
And it also seems to me that he's living in a constant state of paranoia. You see, you know, maybe up to a half dozen cameras
Right.
and monitoring devices
Right.
in the front yard, across
Right.
the street apparently,
Yeah, there's
at
at
the
least a
front
half
door.
a dozen. But the thing that's, you know, really interesting is that it's, you know, we're always thinking, is this a ruse? Is he crazy? Is he telling the truth? It's all bullshit. I mean, it's all made up because if he wanted to get his side of the story, he'd sit down and talk to you.
He could have done it right here. He could have said, meet us up the street. We would have gotten a hotel
And he's
suite
not on the
for him.
run. He's
No.
home.
No.
We just proved
That's
he's
the
home.
other clear thing is
He's
that
home.
all this stuff about him being penniless and Kai divorcing him and all that. Kai is right in the
Yeah.
house with the kids right now with...
And he's not home because of us chasing
Right.
him. He didn't, you know, he didn't know. So
No.
he's home,
No.
and he's not homeless.
It'd be
so that's,
my educated guess that he had no idea we were in town until I knocked on that door.
I agree, 100%.
No clue.
The sheriffs were completely professional. They were fans of yours and your show, and they appreciate you. I like that.
And not surprised that we were out here today.
No, and they're not surprised. They're aware that he lives here on the street. And, you know, maybe I'll get the email back saying that they're ready for a sit down because, you know, we still are ready.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
I mean,
Okay. Alright. Sorry about that. Okay. It's, not surprising. I fuck things up every once in a while. I had it on mute for a video to go, and just kind of forgot it. Also checking something. Oh, that's not good. Where's my... Oh. Okay. Alright, my bad. So, yeah, let's get back on track on there. So yeah, some people also claimed that, oh fuck, who did I say? I said hello to someone. Oh, sorry Alex. Sorry for that. Oh, we're getting to that one, Ames. However, some people decided to claim that, Chris Hansen doxed Onision, which is such a dumb take. Without saying too much, if you really wanted it, it is not hard to find Onision's address. He has 2 houses, and both of them are public information. It is so simple to find it, mostly because he actually did a wetland shit. If he hadn't done that, I think one of the houses would be fine-ish. However, because he's a fucking moron and decided to rip the wetlands to shreds, he essentially doxed himself. And once a dox is out there, it's incredibly hard to get rid of, if at all. So, if you see people saying, hey, you know, his dox is out there, it's been out there for a while, and and Chris Hansen has nothing to do with it. You'd have to be kind of a moron to say that. And from what I heard, no offense, Mikeinator. Okay. Alright, well, let's read the comment here. Really quick before we go into this. Seeing a lot of comments referring to doxing. It's not just Onision that's been doxed, but his extended family. This includes phone numbers, addresses, and personal information of people that aren't guilty and aren't directly involved. It's fucked up, but it happens, and you can't control it. Do I need to spell for people why this is morally wrong? I don't disagree, it's morally wrong, but when it's out there, and smarter people take it in stride, because you can't get rid of it. I state this in the video, I'm confounded why people didn't listen. It really doesn't matter who it is, doxing videos and privacy is never okay. Yeah, I don't disagree there. We're gonna watch a short. Edwin's live at the moment too. Fuck. Everybody's live. Okay. We're gonna skip forward. This is.
And I don't know where to have so much to talk about, and I don't know if I have the mental energy to even process.
Hey, Lyra, Callie.
But I do want to talk about it, and I don't know where to begin.
Oh, what are we doing? Well, we covered the 911 calls. Onision called 911 on Chris Hansen because, if I can remember correctly, he was afraid of Chris Hansen when he showed up at the door, and then we're now at the point where we're talking about how people claimed that Chris Hansen doxed Onision. And then now we're reacting a little bit to a Mikeinator video, because I heard this one was not good. Not good. But we'll go through all that, and Start playing a little.
I made a video a couple of days ago regarding the Right Opinions video on Onision.
It was a horribly
which
done video,
featured
no
a
offense.
segment featuring Mr. Gigi. So I had suspicions about the timing of the video, and they've since both
It was Wowo.
commented on the video I put out.
Fair, I'll give him
Sort of
4.5.
detailing my suspicions. Basically, Mr. Gigi commented, and he said, I see that the Right Opinion has already commented, but just let me throw in my 2 cents. Firstly, as mentioned, the Right Opinion had no idea I was making a video regarding Vincent. You have to understand that the timing of my video was just because of the timing of Vincent's actions. As soon as he took down Baked Salmon's channel and refused to restore it, I immediately began working on a video because I would not allow this to go unnoticed. Keep in mind.
I'll pause this. The Chris Hansen stuff, I talked about some of it last stream, and I'm going to hold off on probably talking about it till another stream, because I've talked a little bit to Westmost, the guy who was doxxed by Vincent, and had a little bit of conversation with him on Twitter DMs, and I've been meaning to get back to speaking to Yap Yap, the lady who was the TCAP creator, who was originally involved at first with all the TCAPocalypse. I don't know how the fuck we say that acronym, but I need to have more conversations with them, and I still need to look through a lot. This was months ago, so there's a ton of shit that is either gone to time or just wasn't archived properly, and I want to give that its due diligence. And I will give Chris credit for what's happening here, but there's still so much shit going on with all that it's like its own different shit show. And I'll get into that probably next stream or stream after, because I might actually even do a video, because there's just so much shit, and I'm still going through all of it. I'm also working on a Jessica Yaniv series, because I finally decided that everything that's happened now, it's worth just setting down and kind of going through to it. Old school journalists would go to the houses of people, try for interviews, you see on mainstream TV all the time. Yeah, there's investigative stuff on local channels. Oh, trust me. I think the thing that will truly do Yaniv in is her punching that, I think his name is Kyrie. I don't know what his name is. I'm just thinking of the girl from Devil May Cry 4. I don't know why.
At this point,
I'm gonna let this girl turn it down a little bit so I can talk over it.
That I'd sent the Right Opinion
it's just
segment, and his release date was still up.
Yeah, we could just read this comment. It's he sent the Right Opinion segment. Release date was in the air. That news channel terminated. Coincidence. Okay. And we're just gonna skip forward because fuck it.
Wake up to news that Chris Hansen has gone to Onision's house.
Been a busy week. I traveled across the country to try to talk to Gregory Jackson Onision. Knocked on his door. Did he talk to me? No, Greg called 911. Still, I learned an awful lot in my investigation as to what's been going on inside that house. You'll find out more in the days to come. I'm gonna give it to you all.
Yeah, actually, no offense to Mike and Ader. This video is kind of boring me, and I want to get into stronger subjects. So, I'm going to do the nice thing and just completely ignore it. But, yes, it's not Chris Hansen's fault. I'm just going to talk about the doxing part. It's not Chris Hansen's fault that the people around Onision were doxed. Chris Hansen is an old man. He does not know how to dox, most likely. Or at very least know enough about the other people around Onision to dox them. And if you're talking about Onision's kids being doxed, here's a hint: their names have been public record for years. Literally years. There's not much Chris Hansen can do. Especially when the house is so public, the address is easily Googleable. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I don't want to get, any annoying downtime, because YouTube will fuck me. But if you really wanted to find his house, it is so simple. You'd think for a man with 2 houses, he wouldn't live in the one that's the easiest to search, but... does he even own the second house anymore? That's a good question. I don't have the timeline up, but we're going to go into something interesting for today. So all this happened, a lot of the stuff came out. Chris Hansen did another interview, which I actually have not seen all the way through. What Chris does, first time anyone's seen TCAP, yeah. I think people are trying to villainize Chris Hansen for this or reaching a bit far. There are a lot of things to criticize Chris Hansen on, especially recently, especially keeping Nicotra, like... He has kept Vincent Nicotra on, because he said that on Instagram, which is disappointing, because Vincent is, and I'm going to be nice about this when I say it, a moron. He's a moron. However, for the sake of this, Nicotra is a non-issue right now. I think the last thing to talk about is Vincent. He's not important for what's going on. So, today, Chris Hansen, and perennial friend of the channel, I've played some video games with him, Mr. Repzion, or Daniel Sulzbach, was sent this. 2 case numbers. And in the... People have blocked it out. Nicotra, I'm bad with names. I'm bad with names. There are 2 case numbers here. Both from a person, James Jackson. A civil case for the 24th of January at 1:30 p.m. East. Actually, no, not Eastern. Pacific. Onision is taking. He's taking Chris Hansen along with Kai, and I get we don't want to bring up the kids' names. A lot of people don't want to bring up the kids' names, but it's like Chloe and I can't remember the other name, but. And the 2 kids. So Chris Hansen is being taken to court by the entire Onision family, including the goddamn children, which is fucked up. Onision is actually using his kids for the civil case. That's not a good idea. And while the Chris Hansen one is horrifyingly dumb, but understandable because Chris Hansen showed up on the door, for some reason, is that even legal? It's... I cannot give legal advice on the internet, but I don't feel like that should be a thing. I don't know anything about Washington state laws, because it's Washington. I mean, who gives a fuck about Washington half the time? No offense. But, it's interesting how Chris Hansen is being sued with the kids, but, you know, fucking Repzion isn't getting, like, one, why is he even being sued? Why is Repzion being sued? And then, why doesn't it include the kids? Why aren't the kids petitioners as well if the kids are I need to mute Discord. Hang on. But if the kids are participating in this... Hang on here. Let me do one thing here. Sorry. Someone's trying to raid the Discord. Not surprising. There we go. Sorry. There we go. You childish people. No, it's not any of those. Just clearing them out. Impressive how old children can be. Let me just clear this out really quick. Sorry, it's people I used to know. Kind of weird if they're embarrassing enough to want to do, like, a raid. Anyways. Also, because I know they're listening, dog, you don't bother me, man. I thought you'd be a little more mature after 2 years, 3 years. slightly more pathetic than me. Sorry, it's some obnoxious assholes. Rady say Shadow Legends. No. But yeah, this feels like, especially on the Chris Hansen one, he's going to try to appeal to the kids being worried or some shit. I need to go back to the chat and read some of that. Hang on. Let's see. If it turns out, if his kids turn out to be feral from lack of parenting, he'll just prove a point. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. Is Raid Shadow Legends any good? What does the title mean anyway? It's a mobile game, which is all I gotta say about Raid Shadow Legends. If the title means nothing, it's just easy to search because nobody's ever named a game Raid Shadow Legends. There's a lot of game titles where it really doesn't mean shit. Anyways, sorry about that. Let me just tell my mods. There we go. Sorry about that. But yeah, it's just a shitty mobile game. I don't even know if it's shitty. Like, I played about 20 minutes of it while I was drunk, and then I was just like, okay. It's what you think it is. Hang on, I know who that is. Hide user on this channel. Sorry, I'm going a little hard on the certain, like, blocking and bannings today. Okay. Rip. Still trying. Yeah, I've got one of them messaging me on Steam because I guess I'm still friends with him on Steam, which is embarrassing. Let me turn on streamer mode so that annoying sound doesn't happen anymore. But yeah, so as I was going through this, something interesting that I found here. Yeah, Repsion is going to start a GoFundMe, and I asked him actually if it was cool if I could talk about this. I got no information from him regarding this in the future, and nothing until the case is settled will be known from any of us. Let me see if there is any more information. Oh, there is some audio, really quick. I'll pull this up. Here's some from their Discord.
I've been told repeatedly to not even bother with YouTube at all. It's just it's a personal thing.
What's wrong, man?
Have you guys noticed that you're literally not allowed to be the bigger person?
Yeah.
You're literally not allowed to. If you're the bigger person and you don't engage, they just say you're guilty. They just say you're guilty.
Well, either way, you're guilty apparently.
Yeah, and if you
go on, you're guilty. You don't go on, you're still guilty.
Oh, that's never gonna happen. Here's the thing: I'm not gonna go on someone's show who literally is going to make a buck so he can pay off a $60,000 American Express bill. You guys noticed they didn't post the footage of what he said, what he was yelling into my house.
What did he yell? What did he yell?
Yeah, he yelled maybe 15 different things.
What did he say?
What kind of things?
Now's the time to talk. If you want to meet somewhere else, you should let me know. I know you're in there.
That's because it's kind of shitty recording.
Your house. That's so weird.
Allegedly, he followed another person with a child home. I don't know. There is one fact. There's a lot of lying going on. Because nobody followed me because I was home all the time. Like, the only place you would follow me is places you shouldn't follow me, which is like really personal places that have nothing to do with anything except for, keeping people safe. So I don't know why you're following me to any, let's say I went to a family function. Okay, if you're following me to a family function, you're a fucking creep.
Yeah, that's really creepy. What the fuck?
So
has that happened?
Essentially. Essentially, yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, the motherfucker showed up at his house. What the fuck, man?
Oh, but you guys should be excited. I'm about to release the bloopers from all my freak out videos.
Can I ask you about a white elephant in the room?
What?
Go ahead.
What?
Yeah.
I'm right here, dude. Twitch.
Oh, yeah.
That was just because he was streaming elsewhere, though.
He got banned on fucking Twitch.
Well, no,
So
they said that you got banned because you used other sites to stream and you weren't supposed to do that or something.
Yeah. Which I tried to tell you multiple times.
Violates the terms of...
But I didn't get viewers there anyway.
It doesn't matter. Twitch is like, you either conform to our standards or you do nothing.
Yeah, it made me glad that I didn't invest in Twitch, just because, like, if they're gonna ban you over, like, streaming on multiple platforms, they can go fuck their mothers.
It's a part on their contract. They literally tell you, like, they genuinely say in your whole, like, contract that you have to read, even before, like, if you get partnered, it's on your contract. You have to go, and when you sign that, that's legal, that's binding. It is fucking binding. Like, you sign a contract, you know what those are. Jesus Christ.
Hey, what are these sexual assault claims against this lawyer, dude?
Oh, I actually am not really.
Like this guy, actually, there were like
his, I think.
even with Vincent, the guy that's working or with Chris Hansen, there's like all sorts of allegations on him too. And like,
Why does everyone who works with the guy have some kind of sex thing going on?
says a lot about him.
Well, apparently, if you don't answer your door for a creep, that says a lot about you.
Margie, you don't want to answer the fucking door.
Wow, he's very familiar with the police. Ha ha ha. And then cuts to his fucking mugshot. Okay, that's ridiculous. You know why I have a lot of history with the police, because I'm constantly calling them on people.
I don't.
That's the reason. That's the reason you have a constant history with the police. Yeah, we'll go with that one.
Doubt it.
That's terrible.
Yeah, one of the people on his show, I called the cops on twice.
Also, he was like, he must be pretty.
And the second time, the cops literally hauled them away and took him to a literal mental asylum or whatever.
They're paranoid.
That's a guest. That's a literal guest of the Hansen thing. Is a person who got hauled away to the mental asylum because I called the cops on them. So okay.
That person's story seems very
It doesn't. You're talking about. You're talking about pathological lying on a constant basis, being constantly called out for it and proven in the past, and it's being ignored now. And now everything they say is credible. And it's like, guys, look at the police reports, okay? Look at the police reports. Nobody seems to live in reality.
Look at that.
I'm not gonna stream my league stuff or any stuff for a while, because I don't really want to like populate this place more, and I also don't want controversy.
Oh, did a whole bunch of new people like now pay more?
Yeah. What?
I don't know.
Well,
like
at the same time, YouTube takes a big cut. Do you guys know what it's like to be so famous that you have to wear sunglasses wherever you go?
Oh god.
No. Sorry, sir.
I literally went somewhere. I didn't wear my disguise, and I get spotted again, and I'm like, fuck, I thought I could take it off, and I couldn't, just because like, and they're like, tee, that's Onision, like audibly, very loudly saying it. I'm just like, Jesus Christ. And I'm so like bad famous too, not good famous. So a sex double.
Infamous.
Yeah, like, oh my fucking god, is he a Dairy Queen? You know, that kind of famous.
Oh my gosh,
everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Fucking disgusting, bro.
Yeah, because your kids were in that. Why would you film someone like that with your children? That's just weird.
I don't have children. Shut up.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, he doesn't have
If their spouse don't exist.
I was renting it to look good for the photo.
Okay.
This is embarrassing.
I was like, look at me. You can relate to me now. I'm a person.
You were renting Kai?
What was he talking about? The dude talking about when he said he's going to get you an inside look at the house of Onision. What was that?
What that was a thing?
Maybe he was like,
Because people were theorizing. Shut up, no murder. People were theorizing that my house was tapped or something. You know, it'd be a really fucked up video for me to make is me coming out as a trans woman.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You would trigger
That
so
would be
many
fucking
people.
wrong.
I'd just be the Trisha Paytas version of it.
Okay. So that was horrifyingly dumb. I feel like we've all lost some brain cells listening to that. 1 minute here. Let's see if there's anything on the next page. Someone post. Okay. That I'm going through the farms thread before actually show shit. Hey, Gabe. Oh God. 1 minute here. Trying to find something here. Alright, here it is. Okay. Yeah, it's fucking embarrassing. So, today, surprisingly, Newsweek has gotten a lot of crazy shit here. Oh, okay, 504 gateway timeout. That's great. I had it pulled up on another tab, thankfully. Okay. So, just as long as I don't fucking refresh it, I'll be fine. So, okay. Here we are. YouTuber Onision sues Chris Hansen and Mr. Repzion in civil court. This can only go one way. Horribly. YouTuber James Onision Jackson and his husband Kai filed 2 civil lawsuits against Chris Hansen and Daniel Repzion Zulzbach. The trial date is currently set for January 24th in the Pierce County District of Washington State, according to the Washington Court's website database. Chris Hansen is the former host of Datelines to Catch a Predator, the current host of Hansen vs. Predators on YouTube. He's been interviewing those close to Jackson who claim to have been mistreated or abused, as well as members of the YouTube community who have been following Jackson over the past decade. On January 9th, Hansen brought a camera crew and Detroit attorney Mike Morse to Jackson's current residence in Washington State. Hansen knocked on the door, and Jackson called 911, claiming a person was stalking him, and they just showed up to his house. Pierce County's Sheriff Department arrived, no arrests were made, etc. In Jackson's lawsuit against Hansen, he lists 2 children as participants, which, not a great idea, which he did not do a filing against Zulzbach. It's unclear if the lawsuit is directly linked to Hansen's Washington visit, his YouTube series, or something else entirely. Hansen had not been served and couldn't comment on the suit as he had not seen it yet. Zulzbach has nearly 700,000 subscribers on his Repzion YouTube channel. He's posted more than 50 videos about Jackson over 11 years of the channel's existence. Zulzbach has hired a criminal attorney and denied requests for comment from Newsweek until after the court date. And it's a tweet we saw earlier. In March of 2019, Zulzbach released a video on his Repzion channel claiming that Jackson threatened to sue him if he didn't remove his videos directed at Onision. The last correspondence Zulzbach had with Jackson was an email sent over summer thanking Zulzbach for not including photos of his children in said videos. Zulzbach has been served and also lives in Washington State. Jackson has a long history of controversial content on and off YouTube. The 3 Onision YouTube channels have more than 5 million subscribers, and his video still pulls in tens of thousands of views in each. Okay. In recent years, multiple women, including Billy Dawn Webb and Canadian singer Shiloh, have come forward to share their stories involving Jackson. In an exclusive interview of Newsweek, Sarah shared her story alleging Jackson and Kai groomed her from the age of 16 to eventually have sex when she turned 18. Jackson's Patreon was removed after he doxed the phone number of Billy Dawn Webb. January 15th, his Twitch was temporarily suspended, although it's unclear why. At the time of publication, Jackson was unreachable for comment from Newsweek. Emails sent to his account returned an automated reply advising to speak to Onision. Please sign up to his special access YouTube channel for $4.99 a month. What kind of bullshit is he spewing? I don't currently have any information on that. And also, Comments? Okay, comments aren't entirely fucked, but they were sort of fucked. So, yeah. I don't think we really have anything more on this. Let me see something here. Trying to find... Where is Big Money Onision? I don't think anybody would play for Onision Plus. Where are we at? Where are we at on this? Trying to find it here. Fucking hell. Oh, we have direct proof that so we can actually search here really quick. Lead like 90% of his tweets. What picture? Oh, I left it on that. I forgot about that. So, be Pierce County? Would it be Gig Harbor Municipal? Let's see. Oh. Okay. Okay, good. I had to check to see if that actually showed something. Okay. And no records found. So hey, shit. Where was it? Pierce County. Okay. All right. There it is in the fucking flesh. All right. So I guess we'll go to the first. Yep. Children. And all right. Oh, holy shit. Yeah, it's fucking embarrassing. He actually did it. He actually fucking did it. 1 second, really quick. I'm going to play an ad. I'm going to mute my mic for just 1 second. Okay. So yeah, he actually fucking did it. I mean, that's kind of embarrassing. Imagine a grown man doing something so embarrassing. Almost like sitting and watching people you don't want to watch. That's embarrassing. Anyways. Yeah, he actually fucking did it. I mean, I can't think of anything more pathetic. Again, other than watching someone you don't want to watch. What's happening? Well, currently talking about how Onision actually filed a court case against both Repsion and Chris Hansen. That's pathetic. It is. That's embarrassing. Speaking of embarrassing, I guess we pretty much hit everything that I can kind of talk about with the Onision stuff. I actually kind of planned the order of things today. And I actually kind of saved myself some time from skipping the Myconator vid. So I feel... Why would he put his children in on it? Because he's a fucking moron. How long do you think Onion Boy would survive in prison? I think 3 years, so they may sound like kindly on predators. Ooh, that's tricky. I got a feeling it would probably be only about like 3 months. I'm sorry, Graf. We're gonna go through a couple things though, because we're gonna talk about Jessica Yaniv. Where is it at? It was just today. Yesterday. Here we go. We gotta talk about Yaniv. This is one of the most embarrassing videos I've ever seen. So we're gonna go through it a little bit.
Yaniv, will you be pleading guilty? What? Go. No, go. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Hey! Stop!
Go away from me. Go away.
Yeah.
Go away from me.
Jesus, get away from me.
Go
you crazy
Get
thing.
away from me. Get away. Get the away from me.
Stay away from me.
Get away from me. Now. Right now. You heard me?
I'm calling the police on you.
I don't give a shit. Get away from me.
You stay away from me. I'm back.
Okay, I fucked it up. Not the second time. Okay, so yeah, Yaniv ran up and beat a fucking cameraman. This I'm actually trying to find here we go. This seems to be the full thing. Yeah, I fuck up a lot.
Will you be pleading guilty? What? Go. No, don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Hey! Stop! Go away from me. Go away.
Fucking
Get away from me. Go away as I'm walking right up to you.
Go away from me.
Jesus, get away from me.
Go away
you fucking
from me.
crazy fucking
Get
thing.
away from me.
Crazy fucking thing.
Get the fuck away from me.
Stay away from me.
Get away from me. Now.
He's backing away. Every single step, Yaniv, you're adding more and more fucking fuel to your flame. This is the most moronic thing you could fucking do.
Heard me?
I'm calling the police on you.
I don't give a shit. Get away from me.
You stay away from me. I'm backing up.
Then go. Don't follow me.
Are you pleading guilty to your criminal case? Are you pleading guilty?
Do not follow me.
Are you pleading guilty?
Do not follow me.
Are you
They're all
pleading
Canadian.
guilty? That's all I want to know.
Go away from me.
Are you pleading guilty?
This is more moronic than the taser on live stream.
Are you pleading guilty?
The fuck away from me.
Why did you ask for a publication ban?
Fuck off.
Why did you ask for a publication ban?
Go away.
Why is it important to you that the public doesn't know what you did?
Go away. I need
You punched me in the head.
This could be assault charges. Where's the cane? That's a great question. Where's the mobility scooter? Where's anything? It's almost like Yaniv doesn't really need it. And is also jaywalking.
Are the police on the phone?
Turn off the camera and go away. You understand those 2 words?
Did you? Are you going to be pleading guilty?
You are stalking me.
You violated the criminal code.
And then Yaniv's kooky mother.
Against you for holding a prohibited weapon, and with actions like this, how dangerous you're acting, how violent you're acting. How are you not in custody?
I did not love those. No, Gray. Fucking nightmarish. Now they're and in front of a fucking Mountie.
You want to be under arrest?
No, and I'm not going to be. You will be, though.
You will be. You will be. You will be on it.
No, I won't. I know I won't. Nope, I won't be. Well, here at Rebel News, we're not buying in to Jonathan Yaniv's schemes and lies.
The cop didn't do shit. Yeah.
The truth, which you can see at yanivtrial.com. All updates will be...
Oh my god, they started a fucking website. They started the Yaniv trial. I gotta see this. Hang on. Okay. Holy shit. Of course it's a Rebel donation thing. Allow cookies. Holy shit. Nothing more embarrassing than a person you hit starting a website for your fucking trial. Oh, criminal investigation confirmed. This was today?
Jonathan Yaniv may be going to prison for up to 5 years.
Okay, is it just me or does he kind of like the scout from TF2? Like, if he got a new job.
Many people have been reaching out to me over the past
Anyone?
few days to inquire about my health following the trans activist Jonathan Yaniv violently assaulting me outside of a Surrey courthouse when I was covering his possession charges of prohibited weapons. You can see my coverage at Yaniv trial there. My head, it's getting better. The bruises going down and the headaches are starting to go away, and I've been busy on assignment in Smithers, British Columbia, covering a band of eco-terrorists who are blockading a pipeline. So I've been a bit behind on this story, but I want to update everyone on what's going on with Jonathan Yaniv, because I know there's keen international interest in the story. The RCMP are actively investigating this. It hasn't been thrown to the wayside. It hasn't been ignored by the RCMP. They're diligently investigating this situation, and it's expected, in my conversations with them, it is expected that they will recommend charges to a Crown prosecutor. That charge will likely be simple assault. Now, simple assault isn't so simple. There's a broad range of things that can be covered under simple.
Simple assault isn't so simple. That hurts the soul in a weird way.
A beggar being too aggressive to domestic violence. This falls somewhere in the middle, and this simple assault, if it's charged as an indictable offense, Jonathan Yaniv could be in prison for up to 5 years. Now that depends on how the Crown prosecutor proceeds, and that Crown prosecutor will likely be under the jurisdiction of John Horgan's government, John Horgan's left-wing socialist NDP government. So while I do have faith that the RCMP
I didn't get to watch all of it yet, Emily. Been meaning to, though.
Recommending the charges that fit this situation, getting the courthouse videos, looking through my videos, and interviewing all of the witnesses, it remains up to the Crown prosecutors how they will proceed. My hopes are it will be the indictable offense route, and the maximum penalty for that would be 5 years in prison. Now, they could charge with summary conviction, but that's usually reserved for first-time offenders. Jonathan Yaniv is anything but. Jonathan Yaniv is actually in court right now for possessing prohibited weapons, a big no-no in Canada, possessing energy weapons, tasers and whatnot, brandishing them. Jonathan Yaniv is a violent individual, someone who assaults reporters, someone who speaks to children in sexually explicit ways, someone who vindictively charges immigrant women in human rights tribunals.
Yeah, you can not like Rebel News, but also
those last few speak more to the character of Jonathan Yaniv.
I think the best way to describe it is enemy of my enemy is my friend when it comes to this. Like, you can genuinely not like the Rebel, but also enjoy the fact that Yaniv is, like, pretty much getting what's coming to him. Because it's shit all the way down.
but the first few speak to the violent nature of this horrendous individual. Jonathan.
But yeah, no, there's no excuse. You can not like someone
few speak more
and
to the
do
character of Jonathan
this.
Yaniv, but the first
Like,
few speak
one,
to the violent nature
2,
of this horrendous
3,
individual.
4.
Jonathan Yaniv
At least
deserves
4
to
hits.
be behind bars for how he's treated
Queen
children,
Elizabeth to me.
for how he's treated journalists, for
Oh,
how he's treated
God.
immigrant women. And
No,
I hope if anything
no.
good comes out of this assault, it's that Jonathan Yaniv is no longer a menace on the
Oh, yeah,
community
there's the
he lives in
cane.
near Vancouver. Now, in an effort to make sure that the book is thrown at Jonathan Yaniv, I am going to be personally charging him in civil court. Now, for my international friends watching this, there's 2 ways we could proceed, through civil court and through criminal court. Now, the RCMP are going to be doing their job in criminal court, and I'll be testifying and complying 100% with that investigation. But we are also going to be suing Jonathan Yaniv in civil court, because we need to make sure he's held accountable for his actions 100%. At Yaniv trial, we'll be keeping everyone updated with how that trial is going.
That cane did look like it fucking hurt,
lawyers,
though.
and we are going to be pressing forward with these charges. Now, my colleague Sheila Gunn-Reid was assaulted in Edmonton by a radical left-wing activist in a similar fashion. She was punched in the front of the face rather in the back of the head like I was, and we followed up in a similar manner.
That guy's got a punchable face, I'm not gonna lie.
In civil court, and we won. Now, the reward for winning in court was trivial. It was a couple $1,000s, maybe 2 if I'm remembering correctly. And the lawyers, well, their expenses were non-trivial. It was very expensive, tens of thousands of dollars to proceeding in civil court, but I think it is worth it. Now, there's a lot of people involved in the Jonathan Yaniv saga, and lots of people wanting to be able to help to contribute to get this menace off the streets, to stop him from interacting with children. Well, you finally have a way.
This isn't the same guy who got caned, but it was
to our legal costs at Yaniv.
I'm skipping past the legal costs thing. No offense, I'm not giving Rebel Media any money, but yeah, as it says here, Yaniv could spend as much as 5 years in prison if convicted for the assault. This is the
in civil court, but I think it is worth it. Now,
this is a face of someone who has heart issues or a tumor or whatever it is this week. 5 years assault for whenever time for the energy weapon. Yeah, you guys can't own tasers in Canada. How old is Yaniv? Let's see. Uh, 32. Yaniv is 32. Imagine being 32 and this pathetic. Yeah, jail time for pedo stuffs. I don't know. Trying to see if I can get a good frame going.
In the John.
Oh, there we go. That is a face only a mother could love. And I have this weird feeling that Yaniv and Yaniv's mom has done some things together. Some of Yaniv's mom's interactions give me this weird, creepy, like, incest vibe. Anybody else? I feel like I have to show it to describe it, but I'm not just implying. I hang on. Let me see if I can find. The way, here we go. This is actually no. Hang on, Yaniv car. This is the one that gives me like the weirdest vibes. Here we go. Like, tell me if you don't fucking notice it.
Do you have any weapons on you?
Go away!
Hey, don't touch
Go
me!
away!
Don't touch me!
Yo, go away!
This is a
Jessica, would I be able to ask you a few questions? Would you be able to? Do you have any?
Go away!
Do you have any?
Go away!
Do you have any weapons on you?
Go away!
Hey, don't
Go
touch me!
away!
Don't touch me!
Yo, go
Like a
away!
music guitar.
Get out!
Stay away from me!
This is private property.
Okay,
You go
you
away.
need to chill,
This is
lady.
private
Chill.
property.
Do you have any weapons on you?
Get out.
Hey, there.
I'm wondering.
I will show you.
Do you think
in
that?
a minute.
Yeah, we're kind of wrapping the stream up a little bit, but yeah.
Listen, you go away.
Are you expecting
You
prison time?
go away now.
Don't touch
Do you hear
don't
me?
touch me
I
again.
won't touch you.
Don't touch
I
me
won't.
again.
You go away. You are
Hey, Neve
on
isn't
my
with that
property.
walker.
Go
Kind of
away to the
intriguing.
sidewalk. Now,
I'm gonna get in my car.
take your car and go away.
Okay, you chilled out a little bit.
See, Yaniev's mom, I think, is Israeli. Onision's next third. Oh god, that'd be a shit show. I think Yaniv's mom is Israeli. The daughter manipulated. It's possible, but some of their other interactions, when you see how close they are, I feel like Kiwi Farms is like a better article about it. It's really odd and weird, and you can see the radical Jew from Israeli. It's like a random minute. It wouldn't surprise me though if there's something.
You just hit me.
What's that?
You just hit me.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did, and it's
When?
on camera.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Charge
What?
me.
I
Charge me. Call the police. Call the police.
I don't know. It just
Call the
I
police.
don't even know what to say right now.
I feel like Yaniv has probably been in the bathtub
Do you have any? Do you have any
with the
prohibited
mom
house?
for a very long
I know
time.
you idiotism. Go out of my property now. I
All
know
right.
who you are.
All
In
right.
fact, yeah.
Have a great day.
Yeah, you too. If you show up again,
Am I okay? Yeah.
you will be
A little tired,
Sorry,
but
what?
charged anyway. You're going to
someone making a GTA Online character and failing.
I don't think so.
unless you are
This is probably gonna be the last clip we watch for the night.
the police, then you will be in court. with me.
Yeah, I don't.
The
Think
Kiwi Farm's becoming more and more relevant in mainstream news these days. Kiwi Farms and places like it have essentially been. I genuinely feel more and more like articles of Judge Holden. Oh no.
Why won't you?
It's
let
all
me
I could
leave?
think
This
of.
is illegal.
That he's like a bulldog.
You have to let me leave.
I'm trying to figure out what the fuck Yaniv has strapped to her. Like, hang on. What is this other than some, like, fake cyberpunk cosplay shit? And also, what is going on here? What is going on with the fucking face? Music? I
Let me leave.
don't hear any music. Fat. A sex device? Oh no, don't say that, Mystic. I don't know, it looks kind of useless. Back brace, seatbelt. We get a good shit. Huh? It doesn't look like a brace. Picking a wig. Brain issue. Yaniv has a brain issue or needs fluid drained into his. Holy shit. Okay, it might actually be possible this is actually something and not just like one of Yaniv's kooky little like experiment toys. This might actually be something. The bad clothing. What would you do if you told you to circumcise her? Oh god. Oh no. I'd circumcise my brain from my fucking head. Ugh. Reporter alarm. I'm trying to see. Is there any like better angles from like the other side? No. Okay, I think yeah. So Yaniv actually has one thing wrong. We've got officially one thing. Out of the Chicken Little system of Yaniv, where it's like, oh, I've got like back problems and I've got other things. They can sprint at someone with a fucking cane. What is that thing? That's Jessica Yaniv. And I'm gonna work on making a video. I'm gonna record it like one long video, just like a big fucking bracket thing. And then just like cut it up in segments. Guy's trying to run me over right now while I'm standing in front of a car. Car's not accelerating. Just sitting there. Watch me an iPod shuffle. That would be fun, actually. There's a boy. Yaniv is transgender. I have to dance around certain things because YouTube will fuck me if I say certain things in certain ways. But Yaniv identifies as a female. I'm not going to get raked over the coals of YouTube, so Yaniv has some problems. You should just floored it. I would have. I would have gunned it. Although Yaniv would have Chicken Little. Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah, Chicken. I don't know too much about Chicken Little, if I'm being honest. I've seen the movie. That's the only reason he's called molester for preferred pronouns. True, but I don't want my channel getting fucked over. I kind of like my channel. It's not the worst thing. Get some obnoxious old people I haven't seen in a while trying to raid me, which, I mean, I guess that was cute. But, yeah, no. I don't understand you, Neve. Like how murder's working out. I just would have called the fucking police and just said, hey, the Jessica Yaniv chick is standing in front of my fucking is literally standing in front of my car, and I'm not moving. Car's in idle. Just waiting. Salty fuzz only happens every once in a while. I'm not really rated. It's by people I used to know, and I'm just embarrassed for them. Like, what? I haven't spoke to most of them in 3 years. It's kind of pathetic, but I mean, if they want to do it, I can just block them. Hell, a phone call I can't record. Some phones let you do that. Some phones genuinely let you do that. It's just not a ton of them. I think you can record and talk on an iPhone, but I'm not sure. That's sad. Yeah, it is. But hey, if it gives them some enjoyment to get like blocked out from me, I mean, hey, gives me something to do. I'm always looking at the chat, so it's up and out. But yeah, I think that's all I got for tonight. I gotta go to work. Gotta get ready for bed for work soon. So I figured out a lighter stream, one would be nicer, because I usually do like 4-hour streams, and I hear from a lot of you guys that you really don't want to sit down and watch 4 hours worth of streams. And I don't blame you. Plus, also, I think Claw is streaming tonight. So I figured this would be a good segue into Deadwing Dork stream if you want to watch that. We'll round it out with an outro. By the way, I'm going to tweet this image out because a friend of mine in the in Claw's Discord, Werecat, made this, and it's fucking beautiful. If you get the chance, please do not watch the Netflix version of Evangelion. Really, if you can, torrent the original, or watch the Japanese version on Netflix, because the new dub is awful. And I have to warn that for anybody who's like rushing in to watch anime again. Just, Only a dumbass would watch dubbed anime. I mean, I don't know what you're referring to. Yeah, Werecat, or I'm slightly retarded is what he calls himself. 34-hour streams. Thank you. Only funny dubs ghost stories. I would agree with you. Netflix Evangelion is a new kind of trash fire. I'm really hoping. I'm gonna nerd out here because I actually do really like. I like Evangelion. Admittedly, I watched it the first time like almost 2 decades ago, and probably because it was like entry level for me. But what about Shin-Chan? Shin-Chan's amazing. Hellsing Ultimate. I think you got your Triguns, your Cowboy Bebops, like the bog standard. You know what I mean? Like, if you're starting out, if you don't watch those first, it's gonna be strange. I've been getting back into anime. I need to watch Vinland Saga. I've seen everybody talk about that. I started watching My Hero Academia because I got a little cousin that's into it. By the way, who got into Smash? Oh, another Fire Emblem character. Fire Emblem is there. Death Note, I've not watched the anime. I've been meaning to. I watched. People are gonna hate me for saying this. I watched the Netflix film first. Take it easy, Alex. I'm gonna get so much. I'm waiting for the shit I'm gonna get for saying I watched the Netflix film first. I don't think the Netflix film was good, by the way. I'm just saying I watched it first. Why did I do that? Because Willem Dafoe was in it. And I was like, okay, this film could be total shit, but his moments would be the best parts. And I was right. Willem Dafoe always kills it whatever movies he's in. Film was bad. The anime has been on my list. I've got fuck it. Let's pull up my. I have a Funimation Now subscription. That's not a good reason. I didn't say it was. I never said I would. Watching fucking anime. I will. I admit right now my queue on this thing. I only have. I only literally have My Hero Academia because that's all I watch with my little cousin. But I've been meaning to actually sit down and watch like Assassination Classroom. I've seen Samurai Champloo, Psycho Pass. I've been meaning to go through and actually like sit down and watch more. Hey, Vale. Thank you, man. Are you in the Discord, by the way? If you aren't, join in. I already banned three obnoxious people who tried to join. Oh shit! Hey, we also got a channel member. Fuck, I actually have never gotten a channel member before, so you're the first. So yeah, you get a blue name in the Discord. And you also, I actually now have to think of a way to easily do this. But you have access to early videos as well, which I gotta actually figure out how to do that now. But thank you, seriously. But yeah, no, there's a ton of anime on here where I've just not really got to like sit down and watch it. Zombieland Saga, I've heard good things about that. I also have to make a new name for like a new logo for you on the side there, Becca. What's that? Oh, Red Jackal. Hey, thank you for subscribing, man. Assassination Classroom. Let's look through comedy. I'll put some on to watch. Also, really quick, the second episode of Mining Games podcast will be not this coming Saturday, but the next Saturday. We're gonna try to do it every 2 weeks because the podcast service that we go through right now has a certain limit for for audio uploads, and I didn't realize that when I uploaded the audio for the podcast. And when I realized that the audio was like 300 megabytes, and the total of the currently free, because I just was like, I'll go for the free version right now, I'll be fine. Dragon Ball Z is a comedy. The original Dragon Ball is a comedy. Dragon Ball Z is not. Mob Psycho 100. I've heard good things about that, but I've not seen it. There's 11 pages. Where was my train of thought on that? I forgot what I was even saying. Holy shit. I'm a bit of a boomer. High School DxD. Fullmetal Alchemist. See, here's the thing. I'm one of probably the only few people that, like, I have not watched Brotherhood, but I watched the original Fullmetal Alchemist. Now, I've just been kind of holding off on touching Brotherhood, because I really loved the original Fullmetal Alchemist. But I just haven't sat down to watch I know Brotherhood's more, what's it called? More faithful. But I also really, I liked how the original series ended. I thought it was great. Oh, there was Zombieland Saga. Prison School, I've heard, is good. This is Zombie... Oh, no, I don't want to go to the 11th page. 4th. I'm doing pretty good. We're actually wrapping the stream up really quick. I'm talking about anime. The fact that I have not seen a ton of anime. I just realized comedy had Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood on here. That's a little strange. We'll go back a little bit here. We'll do action adventure. I've seen some of the action adventure related ones. I own the whole Cowboy Bebop collection. My Hero Academia, One Piece, Black Clover, Fire Force. I've actually heard this one was really good, and I've been meaning to watch that. Tokyo Ghoul. Okay. Funny thing? Funny needs for a genre organization. Goblin Slayer. I've heard good things about Goblin Slayer. We might have to have an anime review corner on the podcast. But I've heard Shield Hero is pretty good. I should have been adding some of those to the queue earlier. High School DxD. What? I've seen a little bit of Attack on Titan. But the funny thing about Tokyo Ghoul... Let me talk about Tokyo Ghoul really quick, if it'll actually go back. Thank you. I've actually seen Tokyo Ghoul a little bit. I liked the manga, and I read the manga first. Because at my local library, they have the entirety of the original run of Tokyo Ghoul. I don't know if they have Tokyo Ghoul RE, I think is it RE? But I watched the first 2 seasons of Tokyo Ghoul anime, and I was expecting to really like it. And I liked the first season. The second season was what? That's the best way to describe it. Just what? A little weep. Yeah, well, I mean, you're right. Attack on Titan's okay too, just don't get too attached. I feel it. Assassination Classrooms, one of the ones. I mean, Yu Yu Hakusho, remember that? I'm trying to go through here. Goblin Slayer, there it is. Anyone? I feel it. Take it easy, Lyra. I'm about to go to bed myself soon. Darling in the Franxx. Now this is the one. I was so excited to see it. Everyone I know was talking about it, and then it fucking disappeared. Literally every single person I knew was like, "Oh, this is one of the best fucking animes. You should watch it." And every single person I've talked to about it since has kind of vanished. Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Shampoo. I've seen all these. I have both of these on DVD. Darling in the Franxx. No, in. JoJo. I've been meaning to watch JoJo as well, but from what I've heard, JoJo is a time, it's a time sink. You really got to sit down and watch it all. I've seen Code Geass. I've seen Soul Eater. Dead Man Wonderland is one that I've been wanting to see as well. That's going up on there. I know too many people into Fate Stay Night as well, but I'm trying to get it. Watch Elfen Lied. I did years ago. It was back when it was on Netflix. Did Ray Diaz get sentenced yet? I don't know, but I know he's very least under house arrest. Castlevania is awesome if you have Netflix. Yeah, I saw the first episode and I really loved it, and then I didn't have Netflix for a while. And I was like, I'll watch this when I get back into Netflix. And I thought about just buying the DVDs so it gets more support. Which I've done a few times. I've actually bought I bought a few series that are on Netflix and Hulu just because I was I want to see more of it. And this is the best way to just show that people want it. It's not always worked. Mind you, I bought all the seasons of Hannibal, and it just nothing. Really quick, I'm gonna look in the horror category because It has been a while since I've watched a horror series. Best animated South Park. Live action? Why does Funimation have live action? Prison School live action? Ooh, Shin Godzilla. Okay, never mind. I'm not complaining entirely. I like Shin Godzilla from what I've seen. Hannibal was amazing. Hannibal is one of my favorite TV shows of all time. Hentai. I'm very least glad I saw that they have a genre for live action. Just because Shin Godzilla is amazing, and you should watch it if you haven't seen it. Danganronpa? I don't know too much about Danganronpa, actually. No One Room? Promised Neverland, Ghost Hunt, King's Game. I've heard good things about King's Game. Oh, that's on here too. I could have just went to horror. But I do have a live-action Assassination School. The Junji Ito collection. Okay. I want to complain about the Junji Ito collection really quick. I am a very, very big fan of Junji Ito. I grew up, reading a lot of that stuff. It was posted a lot on 4chan. A lot of those visuals and shit are in my head from over the years. The Junji Ito collection anime is horribly disappointing. It's not good. It did Junji Ito do. There's a couple of good ones. I will say that, and I'm not going to lie. I think my favorite one's Shiver. I think Shiver was fine. I think that Slug Girl was adapted about as well as you could do it. It was fine. The most disappointing one for me, it's got to be the 2-part Tomy one that felt like some of the slug, not slut. The Tomy ones are a neat idea. The 2 OVAs. The problem is, neat ideas only get you so far. And adapting them into a series like that doesn't work. However, I'm incredibly excited for Uzumaki getting an adaptation. With the guy, the soundtrack alone is going to be amazing, because the guy who did Hereditary is doing the soundtrack. And you don't know how excited I am for that. At the very least, the soundtrack, which I'll actually lead off with, I'll end the stream with a song of his, because fuck it, I don't care if I get copyright claimed by him. He gets the money, he deserves it. I'm so excited just to see at least how they do it. Intro Cargo. Next stream we do, can we watch Hereditary? I don't think we can watch it, but I will say this. If you have Amazon Prime, it's on Amazon Prime. I showed it to my mother and father that way because I didn't have the Blu-ray with me, and we were they're like, what's a good horror movie? Hey, here you go. This is the only horror movie that's fucked with me recently. Which, a lot of it, in a weird way, it fucked with my mother a little bit because this was on, we watched it, for free. You have to have Amazon Prime. If you have Amazon Prime already, it's free. If not, you have to sign up for Amazon Prime. But if you've never signed up before, they give you a month free trial. It's really good. But the problem is, that film, we watched around the time, the anniversary of my grandmother passing away. And so there's a couple scenes in that film, without saying too much, I don't want to sound depressing or spoil anything, where it references, how it feels after someone like that passes. And it got my mother in a fucking hard way, which I can't blame her. I mean, it's a hard movie to watch, is all I'm going to say, in different ways. But it's one of the best films, horror-wise, of the last 10 years. It is great. Hereditary? Well, okay, without spoiling anything, Hannah, you know the scene where they're talking at therapy? Oh, okay, I thought you were asking on, like, the scene. Hereditary is amazing. It's one of the best horror films. I put it up there with, these are just ones I've seen, mind you. I put it, like, right next to the Babadook. I was making sure, but you know exactly the scene I'm talking about, so. But, yeah, I think with that we're going to end the stream, probably. Haven't seen that one? No, well, okay, like, the scene where they're all, like, they're all, oh, I'm trying to think, but I think, like, for Babadook, for me, it's, like, just knowing, like, when you learn the context of everything, it makes a lot more sense on, like, just how horrifying it is. I'm trying to think of other really good horror films. As much as I liked Midsommar, I wouldn't call it like one of the best horror films. Let me see if I can pull up my list. I was a big fan of what was the name of it? We got like 4 different subpages on this. Fuck. There's one that just came out last year that I thought was like amazing. One Cut of the Dead. One Cut of the Dead. All I have to say is, it's amazing. It's a horror film, but it's not really scary, if that makes sense. One Cut of the Dead is amazing. It's... I don't know how to describe it. Regulars promise I get free month on Shudder. Use that free month on Shudder. Watch One Cut of the Dead, and then watch... what's that one with Stephen Ewan and Samara Weaving? If it's not scary, what is it? That would be a spoiler. It's really good. And when you watch it, especially like after seeing it for the first time, you respect it a lot. It came out just last year on Shudder, which also they have Whole Channel Zero. Just go check out Shudder for good horror films. The other one is like One Cut of the Dead is great. It's just not really like the perfect horror film. Us was strong, but I feel, what's the word I'm looking for? Get Out. Get Out is definitely one of the ones where it's like, oh, that film was pretty fucked up. 2019 was a little weak with horror films, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, You're Next. You're Next is fucking great too. Wish Upon. Oh no. That's something me and Gabe have probably got to talk about sometime. Train to Busan also. Holy shit, Train to Busan. Jason would cut off your toes. Freddy would scare you with your toes. Piranhas would eat your toes. If you want a final word for this stream, go watch Train to Busan. Is Wish Upon a movie where someone used smegma as an insult? I think they just stole it from me. Also, one of my favorite films, but it's hard for me to watch now because it came out right after an actor passed away, or at least like right on DVD after the actor passed away, and I liked him a lot in the film. Is Green Room, because Anton Yelchin passed away right after that came out, I think in theaters, which and now just depresses me. I feel like he deserved to win an award for that film, because Green Room is an amazing movie. I wouldn't call it a horror film. Talk from Your Next stuck in my head. I'll get another one stuck in your head in a minute, because we're about to end the stream for the night. What was the song I was gonna pull up? Very okay. Like, how do you mean bad? As in like it's fucked up, or bad as in like it sucks? Because I agree if it's fucked up, but I disagree if it sucks because it's it's a fucked up movie, but it's well made, well shot. One of the best performances from Patrick Stewart, hands down. Oh, give it another shot. I mean it. I have such a sincere love for that film in a lot of ways. Or better yet, if you don't like that movie, the same director, Jeremy Saulnier, did Blue Ruin. Blue Ruin is one of the most depressing, sad, messed up films. I love it. It's perfect. And I realize how awful that sounds the way I said it. But it's... The best way I can describe it is it's like one of those revenge films. Like, kind of like a Taken film. But from, like, the saddest perspective possible. And it's one of the films that... It might have you cry by the end just because of how low everyone's going. Had a dream of a nun ate my toes? Oh, God. Trying to find... It's really quick here, because I wanna lead out this song, but I don't have it pulled up yet. Colin Stetson. Here we go. If not... Why is that funny? I mean, yeah. Here we go. All right, I got the song ready. Watch 1922. I've been meaning to. 1922 has been on my fucking list. Same with the recent war film 1917, because that has actually been like one of the big films that I've been wanting to see. And it's in theaters now. The problem is, the nearest theater showing it is over 40 miles away. And I hate it. I hate living in a shitty area. But if things go well, and I might actually get a decent car soon, because I've actually been looking, I've been making enough money to where I can afford it. Jason, you caught it right at the end. I'd recommend give us like about 5 or 10 minutes because the stream's about to be over. But we would go talk about the Onision stuff for like the first hour of a stream. So if you want to check that out, either I'd recommend like rewinding the VOD because we're just about to roll into the outro. But for the first about hour or so, we talk about Onision and all this. Anyways, everybody, I'm going to take it easy. I'm going to try to have a good night. I got to try to find where the hell I left my phone charger at. But with that, I bid everyone a fond farewell. And we're going to roll out to a song from Colin Stetson. The song is Among the Seth, parentheses, Righteous 2. If you've seen the Uzumaki trailer, the Uzumaki trailer plays this song while it's set to the footage. I feel like it's fitting when we look at Onision's face as I wrap this up. Have a good night. Take it easy. Thank you for BL for joining the patron. Thank you for Becca Taylor for becoming a part of the channel members. I'm going to look into how to use that, actually. So, have a good night, good day, good morning. I will see you hopefully next week with a new video, because I'm actually trying to get a video out. Anyways, take it easy, have a good night. I'm going to roll this. And here we go.